Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here.
Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our Champions Together virtual coffee break for a cause. My name is Ted Grossnickel with the Special Olympics Michigan Development and Events Team. On behalf of the board, staff, volunteers, and most importantly, the athletes of Special Olympics Michigan, I'd like to thank you for joining us this morning. We'd like to give a special thanks to our host committee for this event. Co-chair Michelle Acciavatti with Willis Towers Watson, co-chair Kevin Huffman with Amerisure, Ryan Browning, also with Amerisure, Maureen D. Augustino with MBD Consulting, Kathleen Grace with General Motors, and Andrea Rachko with Michigan's Law Enforcement Torch Run Program. Events like these would not be possible without the support of our incredible corporate partners. Supporting our event this morning is our presenting partner, Amerisure, and our event partner, the Real Estate One Charitable Foundation. In this morning's very brief program, you will hear from our athletes and from our coaches and from our organization's leadership about the ways Special Olympics has morphed to accommodate the physical and mental needs of people with intellectual disabilities across the state during these past few months. Joining us as our MC this morning is Michelle Osborne, a teacher and Special Olympics coach within Detroit Public Schools Community District's Adaptive Physical Education Department. Michelle orchestrates our Special Olympics local program at the Charles R. Drew Transition Center on Detroit's West Side. The Drew Center serves 600 plus young adults with intellectual disabilities between the ages of 18 to 26. The Drew Transition Center offers a unique post-secondary vocational education, which focuses on daily living skills that lead to employment and full inclusion into the community for these young adults. To begin today's program, we will take you on over to Michelle, who is in the Drew Center's fitness studio, where so many of our Special Olympics athletes train for competition.
Welcome to the Champions Together virtual coffee break for a cause. I'm Michelle Osborne, a Detroit Public School teacher and a Special Olympics Michigan coach. Although we would have preferred to enjoy a full breakfast together in person, we're so excited to continue to spread the mission of Special Olympics Michigan with you all and make a difference for our athletes. Thank you for spending your morning with us, and a huge thank you to our sponsor and long-term supporter, Amerisure. We hope you have your coffee ready to enjoy as we explore Special Olympics Michigan programming and the opportunity to create for our individuals with intellectual disabilities, even in the face of an ongoing pandemic. COVID-19 has changed the world, how we work, how we interact, communicate, exercise, and live. For individuals with intellectual disability, these changes have been even more disruptive to their daily lives, isolating them from their peers and resources to pursue their training and healthy lifestyles, which is why your help is needed. Now more than ever, Special Olympics Michigan has strived to remain a constant in our athletes' lives through virtual competition, at-home workouts, and keeping everyone engaged from home. Special Olympics Michigan aims to create a more inclusive and accepting world, celebrating everyone's abilities because everyone has them. Our athletes prove that determination, work ethic, and being a part of a team make everyone better. For those who have volunteered and participated in our games, know there is nothing better than seeing our athletes succeed on the field, crossing that finish line, scoring the goal, and the celebration that follows a gold medal. For those who have not had the opportunity, take a look at what Special Olympics Michigan is all about.
Special Olympics Michigan has been empowering individuals with intellectual disabilities for more than 50 years. And while we've accomplished some game-changing work during that time, we're just getting started. Together, Special Olympics Michigan represents approximately 23,000 athletes, 29,000 volunteers, and 3,000 coaches championing a more inclusive world. Focused upon the principle that everyone deserves a chance to connect, shine, and redefine what is possible, Special Olympics uses sport as the vehicle to show the world what our athletes can accomplish and redefine what's possible. Our mission: to provide year-round sports training and athletic competition for children and adults with intellectual disabilities, locally, regionally, and statewide. And while many know us as an inclusive sports organization first, we are so much more. We provide holistic health education and services through various training, workshops, and screenings. We provide meaningful social inclusion by bringing together students with and without intellectual disabilities to create accepting school environments through Unified Champion Schools. And we build a community centered around relationships and connections. This work is important because of the impact that is left on our athletes and our community members. A sense of community, a sense of friendship, a hope for a brighter tomorrow and a more inclusive world. For these athletes, Special Olympics is an outlet to focus, challenge, and redefine their notions of what can be, to remind us all of the champion that lies within. And by doing this work, we celebrate building a more inclusive world for today, tomorrow, and forever.
To tell you more about how Special Olympics Michigan is adapting to our new normal, here's our President and CEO, Tim Heileman.
Thank you for joining us today. As you know, the COVID-19 pandemic has affected a lot of things with Special Olympics over the past 6 months. But what it hasn't affected is our athletes' determination, our athletes' grit, their support from one another, and their spirit. So yes, we have been forced to look at how we do things differently. It is our athletes who continue to show us the power of community and the power of inclusion will always persevere. Just last month, Special Olympics Michigan held our first ever virtual Summer Games. Who would have thought a virtual Summer Games? Yet here we were, able to have a week-long celebration, a week-long virtual event featuring 20 sporting competitions with over 500 scores submitted. I can't tell you how great it was to watch videos and pictures of our athletes back competing again. I got chills watching Mac raise his arms after he ran the 100-meter dash at the track near his house. Seeing Michael hit shot after shot in the basketball challenge right in his driveway. Or viewing Julia perform a beautiful gymnastics routine in her living room. Yes, the venues have been a little different, but the Special Olympics movement has carried on. And while things do look a little different right now, I'm happy to tell you that the Special Olympics athletes are happy to tell you sports are not canceled. Fitness is not canceled. Health and wellness for our athletes is not canceled. Athlete leadership is not canceled. And most importantly, inclusion is not canceled. Because of great friends like you who are supporting our athletes and community, the spirit of the Special Olympics movement is alive and well. As we make our plans to safely return to the fields and courts, please know that your support directly benefits our great athletes in our return to play. Thank you for joining us today for this special event. Thank you for being a part of this incredible Special Olympics movement for the future. And thank you for being an incredible leader for our Special Olympics Michigan movement.
Thank you, Tim. The Special Olympics Michigan organization has worked hard to adapt to the new virtual world. But at the heart of it is our athletes.
As always, our athletes have been rising up to the challenge, persevering in the face of adversity, and teaching us all to focus on our abilities, even in the toughest of times. Through at-home workouts, weekly check-ins, healthy lifestyle tips, and virtual competition, we've continued to spread the mission of inclusion. We've made a serious effort to keep our athletes active by encouraging our athletes to practice healthy habits both physically and mentally from home. We've routinely shared sport skills to practice, such as basketball shot drills, soccer dribbling skills, and everyday activities such as running and walking the dog to keep our athletes on their feet and ready to compete in our virtual games. Through weekly trivia and brain games, we've kept our athletes' minds in peak condition. Most importantly, through mental health check-ins, we've kept an open communication portal for our athletes to discuss the struggles this pandemic has inflicted and ways to keep the ever-important positive attitude so many athletes carry through everything they do.
But when I found out that the finals were postponed, and it upset me a little bit. I had a little tear come down my face, but then I understand why we did it.
Talking to some of the athletes, it's definitely hard for them because, they were able to go out and do some stuff with Special Olympics and now they can't. So mentally, it's hard on their mental health.
Yeah, I've been staying active until Special Olympics is resuming.
The spirit of competition has continued from home. Our support of one another has continued from home. And creating opportunities has been continued from home. Through this unprecedented time, our athletes have remained optimistic, active, and determined to continue the mission of Special Olympics Michigan. They've given us virtual high fives, a reason to smile, and hope for our future. It is now time for us to give back.
Let me win!
But if I cannot win,
Let me be brave in the attempt.
As we move forward, it is clear we need to adopt new methods of engagement to best serve our athletes in a safe environment as we return to play. To address this, we've created the Athletes Recovery Fund, a source dedicated to providing athletes with proper personal protective equipment, socially distanced practice space, and so much more.
In 2020, the world as we knew it was turned upside down. Like the rest of the world, the Special Olympics community was forced to pause, to shift plans, and respond to a changing world.
We was all disappointed because we was looking forward to playing volleyball at St.
I knew they were doing it because I knew it was the right thing to do, but I was still mad.
It's just hard.
However, just because the year hasn't gone according to plan doesn't mean the story's finished. During these challenging times, we have felt how strong our resolve is to continue, to adapt, to rise above. As we look forward, we see hope on the horizon. We've consulted with experts and outlined a path forward to a safe new normal for our athletes and community. And to achieve this, we need your help. Special Olympics Michigan has developed a multi-tier fund and need recovery plan to provide key resources to our athletes. Tier 1, general equipment for return to play. As our typical revenue streams have been interrupted, we recognize the need to provide program supplies and equipment for over the next 12 to 18 months. Tier 2, return to competition. For more regional and localized in-person competitions, support at this level will help get athletes back into action sooner while providing key safety measures. Tier 3, electronic fitness program funding. Right now, we recognize for many athletes the safest place to play is still at home. Funding at this level will allow us to continue to create and offer fitness and wellness programs online, ensuring that all of our athletes can have the resources that they need to practice and compete. Tier 4, PPE equipment needs for return to play. Funding at this level will provide our athletes with PPE including masks, sanitizers, and thermometers. Tier 5, Athlete Recovery Fund. If this time has taught us anything, it's to be flexible. In this tier, your generous donation towards the Athlete Recovery Fund will be used to fill in the gaps of any of the other previously mentioned needs. So, how will you be part of our story? Help ensure our athletes rise to the challenges of today while ensuring we're here for them tomorrow. Pledge a fund need level by donating at somi.org/championstogether.
By now, I'm sure our message is clear. We need your support to continue offering Special Olympics Michigan programs. By giving to Special Olympics Michigan, you are giving over 22,000 athletes, including Kayla and Anthony, an opportunity on and off the field to live a more inclusive life. Please consider a gift of any amount to the Athlete Recovery Fund.
Every dollar makes a difference.
Thank you for any support you can give.
Your gift can be made at somi.org/championstogether. On behalf of all of our athletes here in Detroit and across the state, thank you for spending your morning with us, and thank you again to our partners at Amerisure for supporting our efforts becoming champions together.
Thank you, Michelle, for sharing your passion for our athletes with all of us this morning. I think I speak on behalf of all of our viewers in saying that we are amazed and humbled by the incredible amount of time and energy and passion that you and all of our coaches and local volunteers dedicate to our awesome athletes. Another special thank you this morning to our event partner, the Real Estate One Charitable Foundation, and to our presenting partner, Amerisure. Amerisure has supported our annual breakfast event from the very beginning, and we cannot thank Amerisure's leadership enough for continuing their support of our athletes and of our mission as we pivot to these virtual times. Thank you for spending a part of your morning with us. We hope you have enjoyed hearing from our athletes, coaches, and supporters. Our ask of you this morning is simple. If you're able to contribute, please make a donation online at www.somi.org/championstogether. Or let us know if we can send you a giving envelope in the mail to your home or office. If you'd like to trade your coffee mug for a wine glass in the evening, we have another virtual event we invite you to attend. Our Ties and Tennies Gala is being hosted virtually on Friday, November 6th. You can learn more and register for this event at somi.org/gala. Finally, we ask you to please share our message on how we are keeping the Special Olympics movement going strong. So grab a cup of socially distanced coffee with your friends, family, or colleagues, and tell them what you've learned this morning about the impact that Special Olympics Michigan is making on the lives of people with disabilities, even when we can't all be face-to-face. So, we thank you again for joining us this morning and for being part of the inclusion revolution.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.